Are we recording this session? Are we good to go? Okay, cool. So, hello everyone. Once again, a very warm welcome to you, one and all present here. This is the first session of ML Study Jam powered by Google Developer Student Club Sharda University. This is going to be a six-session series in which we will be covering machine learning from scratch to advance. The series also consists of two live demonstration projects, which you can easily make and also can showcase on your resume. So, without wasting much of time, I would like to hand over to speaker for today, uh, Sushant. He will be helping you to understand the basics of machine learning. Over to you, Sushant.
Okay, thank you, Harshit. Am I audible properly?
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. Okay, let me share my screen with all of you first. Yeah. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Sushant.
Sushant, can
Currently,
you please go in the presentation mode?
okay. I think I was in the presentation mode.
Since you have shared the screen on the normal mode, it will be only be shown like this. Or else you can stop sharing and start sharing your entire screen. That will be helpful.
Like, is it good now?
No, not yet.
I
Stop
think.
sharing and share your entire screen.
Okay, okay.
Then that will work.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Is
is
it good?
fine.
Okay. So sorry for the delay. Again, I'm Shashank Kumar, currently pursuing BTech from Sharda University. I'm a third year student, and my specialization is in AI and ML. So before starting the session, I'd like to tell you what are the things which we're going to cover today and tomorrow in the introductory session of this machine learning ML Jam. Okay, so first of all, uh, we'll have a quick look about like what is machine learning, then what are their types, and then what are the application, what are the problems which you generally face in machine learning, and then at the end of the session we will have the intro to Python and some basics of NumPy, so that which can be helpful for us to, you know, create our machine learning models. See, okay, so like first of all, what is machine learning? Anyone from the audience like want to answer this? What according to you is machine learning?
Providing data to the machines and
Making
learning for
machine learn.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Training the algorithm in like so it can read human behavior. Training the algorithm, training the machine.
okay,
Training the machine to perform tasks even if the input is not what it has been learned to perform.
okay. uh, Anybody else?
Teaching a machine to think like a human.
Okay, okay, that's great. See, okay, so all of you are like most of the bit like correct, but machine learning is something like okay, first of all, you all may have heard about artificial intelligence, right? So what according to you, is AI and ML same or different? If I comes
Is
to
a
the
It is
branch.
it is
Machine
different.
learning is
Both are
branch.
interconnected.
It is branch of AI, and basically, from we can't teach AI basically because we are giving instructions to the machine itself, and the AI is working on it.
okay, good. See, AI and machine are both are related but not the same thing. Okay, machine learning is basically a type of artificial intelligence that involves the use of algorithms and statistical models which enables computers to learn from the data. which you have given to them while training. See, okay, so you all of you said like they were correct. Machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence, and then after that, deep learning is a part of machine learning. And here comes the role of data science. Data science basically when we deal with the data, which is involved in the process of learning. Okay, so basically AI is something which when we try to like when we try to mimic the human brain, or like we can say that when we try to make our machine intelligence, like providing the machine something artificial intelligence. It was introduced in the early 1950s. Then when we come to 1980, we came to machine learning. Machine learning is nothing but basically applying mathematical functions and algorithms on which we train our models. There are various type of machine learning models in our field. Okay, and then when if we look about now, we are working on deep learning. Deep learning is machine learning and artificial intelligence only, but for more complex data. Okay, so I think that sums up what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, and what is deep learning. Okay, we are good now.
Just quick show of thumbs up.
So like, is it clear to everyone like what is machine learning and what is artificial intelligence and what is deep learning?
Yeah, Sushant, we are good to go.
Okay. So, okay, then now how machine learning actually works. See, first of all, the most important step is like we want to like first to we have to decide what type of model are we creating. Okay, like for example, we are creating a model which would predict the weather or the stock prices. Okay, so for that, first of all, we have to collect the data. Okay, so for our model to train, we have to provide some data. Okay, after the collection of data, we analyze the data, remove the like whatever the errors and what are the like abnormalities in the data. We will basically move that those things which comes in the data pre-processing part. In layman terms, let's say we are just analyzing the data. Okay, then what we are doing, we are going to find patterns in the data. Okay, like okay, ये pattern follow हो रहा है. And then after that, after analyzing the pattern, we'll make the prediction based on that. And after making the prediction, we take this feedback from users so that we can improve further. So like this is a life cycle of machine learning model, how it is generated and how it's created and how it's like executed. See, now if we come to what are the types of machine learning. So mainly there are many types of machine learning, but mainly we're going to study about there are three types of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Okay, we will come to all the one by one. Okay, first of all, like supervised learning. So supervised learning is something which is task driven. Okay, basically deals with classification and regression. Okay, so what is supervised learning? Supervised learning is something in which we train the model on labeled data set. Now, what is labeled data set? For example, if we have, you see, if we have lots of fruits, as a human, we know that this is apple, this is mango, this is banana. Okay. But as a machine, we don't know what is like apple, what is a banana, what is a mango. But we have, as a human, we have provided some labels to it. Okay, अगर red color का है या फिर this shape का है, तो then it's an apple. Okay, so this is what we call label data set. We have given label. So if we see simply, like if you see from this example, there are different shapes there. Okay, we know that this is six-sided, this is a hexagon, this is a four-sided square, and a triangle size triangle. We have given some label कि the hexagon is square, triangle. And if we give this data to our machine learning model, it will give some prediction, and it should like tell us that okay, if we provide us some new data set, then it should say that okay, four-sided means it's a square, triangle it's a three-sided and triangle. This is what we call a label data set, prediction based on label data set. Okay, so this is what is supervised learning. So supervised learning is a type of machine learning in which machines are trained using well-labeled training data set. Okay, or basically the label data means some input that is already tagged with correct output. Okay, now there are two types of problems in supervised learning. One is regression, other is classification. Okay, regression is basically it works on continuous data. Okay, we find the relation between input variable and output variable. Like, what is this? For example, if you see, if you I have an example here, yeah, like if we want to predict the price of stocks, okay, what do? We collect the data, the historical data or new headlines, whatever the data sets. Okay, now we'll try to like find some pattern in the data set, and based on that, or applying certain algorithms, we will predict the value of the stock, the future stock. So what is this? This is a category. This is a continuous data. Like data set is continuous. Okay, and based on this, we are predicting the value. So this type of problem is called as regression in machine learning. Okay, and if we want to like predict, the next one is basically classification. Classify means we're just classifying between the data. Like just how did we here? We are classifying that, okay, from these many shapes, these are square, these are triangle, these are hexagon, whatever they are. Okay, so is it clear what is supervised learning and what is classification and regression?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so this was supervised learning. Now, like it's not always necessary that we always have the labels. We will have some like certain shapes and we don't know what is, as a human also we don't know what is their label, but we want to like classify them, or classify them in based on their features. Okay, they are similar, then they should be in some category, and this is another category. Okay, that type of learning is called unsupervised learning, where we are not given the labels of the data set. We just know that, okay, we have to make okay, we are given some certain shapes, but we don't know what shape is called what. We don't have any label for them. That is what we call as unsupervised learning. Here, model itself find the hidden patterns and insight from the given data. Like the model automatically learns it, like, okay, if these are the characteristics of this shape, then whatever the next test data set is given to me, then according to this features, I will categorize into one cluster. Okay, so basically supervised learning, unsupervised learning, we have two types of problems: clustering and association. Clustering means simply grouping of objects based on similarities and some certain similar features. Okay, so like just I said, okay, based on if the shapes, okay, if अगर कोई shape है, like it only has 6 sides, then it's obviously going to be like in same clusters. It's a hexagon. We haven't given a title like hexagon, but we have just given, okay, what based on similarities, it will be come into a one cluster. Other one is first is example of clustering. Like we have given some fruits. We haven't labeled anything. We don't know like which one is apple, which one is orange, which one is watermelon. We don't know. Okay, simply what will unsupervised learning do? It will make clusters. Okay, the similar objects will be put in one cluster. Like see, so orange and it's a lemon. We don't know, but like based on certain features, we have make one cluster for that. Okay, so this is what we call as unsupervised learning. And in unsupervised learning, the next one is association. Association is if I will give a simple example, you can understand in by that. Like all of you have used like Amazon, Flipkart. Okay, so whenever you make a purchase on Amazon or Flipkart, you're automatically shown like suggestions, right? The customers who have bought this have also bought that, right? Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
this is what we call association. See, the machine automatically makes an assumption or like suggests you that the customers have bought this, then you should also bought this. So this is what we call association rule. So now it's clear what is clustering and what is association. Both these come under
Ye-
unsupervised learning. Sorry, anyone want to say something?
Continue, sir.
Okay, like if I give you an example, yeah. See, like this is what is called clustering and association. We have raw data, they give us some certain algorithms, and this based on certain features, they are made into cluster by cluster by cluster. Okay, in association, if a customer one bought like if you go to a grocery shop, it has bought milk, bread, and butter. Customer two has brought milk, cereal, butter, and yeah, whatever. Customer three has bought milk, butter. So if an nth customer comes, and if he bought sugar and eggs, like whatever it is, and after that, if a certain customer buys like milk or bread, then it will automatically suggest that okay, you should also buy butter, you should also buy cereal, based on the given data. Okay, so this was what association was. The next thing is called the is reinforcement learning. In like simple words, reinforcement learning is learning from mistakes. Okay, basically it's totally feedback based machine learning technique, in which an agent or the machine learning model uh, performs a certain actions, and then feedback is given to that machine model. Okay, and then after seeing the like if for each good action the agent gets a positive reward. Okay, so like the machine knows, okay, if I'm doing this, I'm getting a reward, so I should continue to do this. Okay, like if you are if you take your own example, like if you're doing some work, or if you're uh, like participating in a competition, and like what motivates you to like perform the best, or for the perform the best in that competition, like you will be rewarded with certain prizes or anything. So machine works in a similar manner also. If they are given certain reward, then they will continue to do so. So what is the like reinforcement learning scenario? If it's an agent, it would perform certain action. Okay, in the environment we are the like receivers. Okay, and if the like we like the outcome of that model, we will reward the machine, and then it will come to a reward state, and the machine like sees, okay, now I'm like getting reward for this action, so I should continue to do this, I should not continue this. If the agent performs certain action if you don't like, then we give a negative response to that uh, model, and it knows that okay, like my owner doesn't like the response for this, so I should not do this. Similarly, like if you see example of a dog and a human, we throw a stick. If the dog comes back with the stick, uh, we like give him praisal or give some anything to eat or whatever it is. The dog knows that okay, whenever I'm doing this, my owner is getting happy and he's rewarding me. See, so this is how reinforcement learning works. So basically, learning from mistakes, or you can say reward based learning, yeah, feedback based learning. So it's clear what is reinforcement learning.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the three types of learning we just learned? Supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and this one, reinforcement learning. So if I ask you, like just a simple example, uh, many all of you uses Gmail, right? So if and there's you can see there's a section of spam section in that left hand side corner. Okay, so basically if a new mail comes, the Gmail algorithm like categorizes like if the mail is spam or not. If it sees that if the mail is spam, it automatically send the mail in the spam section. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think? What type of learning is this? Supervised, unsupervised, or reinforcement?
Unsupervised.
Okay. And anybody else?
Supervised.
Supervised.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a supervised type of learning. See, what I just said. Supervised means when we have labels. Here we have given label, na? Like, okay, whether it's a spam or not spam. We're just classifying into this. Okay. So, and classification comes under which technique? Which type of machine learning? Supervised learning. Therefore, spam detection is basically supervised type of machine learning. If I say, like, I have to predict the weather, what will the weather after 2 days? This type of prediction comes like, then which type of learning is this? If you want to predict weather,
Supervised.
supervised. Excellent. Like, it's a part of regression. Okay. 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 So this was like supervised and unsupervised difference. Like basically in unsupervised, we create clusters, and based on certain features and similarities, we categorize them into like uh, different clusters. In supervised learning, we basically, if it's a regression problem, then we create a regression line of regression based on the data set, which we're going to see when we practically apply this. And for classification, we create a decision boundary, or we can say like a border, whether if my certain value lies in this category, then it's A, otherwise B. For example, machine learning, like just said, spam detection. Mail, spam data, spam or not spam. Supervised learning. Face detection, like identifying certain features or not. Like if you want to see how face learning actually works, face detection. First of all, if you see a human face, it captures the detail, like it captures certain area of your whatever your face which is visible to this. Okay, then there are certain libraries. I'm not going in depth, but there's certain library which is, for example, you can say MediaPipe. What MediaPipe does, it creates a mesh on your face. Okay, it creates a mesh on your face, and then for each face, it creates a different data set based on this mesh. Okay, and then this mesh is then compared to a data set, and if and this mesh is always unique. Okay, it cannot be similar for each and every face unless it's twins. Okay, so take it. So and then it matches with the data set, and if it matches with any of the like data any of the face in the data set, then it recognizes it and says, okay, it's this person. Okay, so this is how like face detection works. I told you about stock trading. Another great example is anyone having a doubt?
Yeah, Sumit has raised his hand.
Yes, Sumit?
Yes, like I have seen an example like in machine learning, there is a concept like the camera will see the face
Yes.
which is mounted on the car, and based on the eye motion, if he is drunk, then alarm will be get like struck. So is it my question is, will it comes under unsupervised or supervised?
Okay, like what is the output you're saying? Okay, after like
Output
seeing
is giving alarm based on the eye movement, that is it he drunk or not.
he's drunk or not.
Hmm.
So see, if it's label, just we are giving a label, then it's supervised learning, because we'll know that the machine will know that okay, it's drunk or not drunk. Simply, there are certain cases when we have given data set, given us certain labels, but we also use clustering, which is part of unsupervised learning. But that is different case. But here, if we are given a label that okay, if it's drunk, then the alarm should ring, then it's a supervised type of learning.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, and the computer is seeing the facial recognition. So I was thinking that the machine will keep it in clusters, and it will
Is
might
it?
be.
I guess this is a drowsiness detection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it can be both supervised and unsupervised.
Yes, got that.
Okay.
Sir, I also have a doubt.
Yeah, please.
Sir, recently Ukraine and Russia wars is going on. So Russia having a technology where if Russia is will defeating by other countries, so a system of nuclear missiles will launching by their techniques. So this technique comes under the machine learning.
See, if we have trained a certain model, or like we said a certain AI that okay, if it's a threat to like the Russian base, or like if it detects that like if you have seen a radar, right? It detects if certain any objective comes in the certain area of the territory, then it automatically detects it and says that okay, someone is trying to enter our territory or someone is trespassing. So like if it's an automatic system, then the AI will like if the AI is trained that if certain person crosses this line or comes into this region, like first you give a alarm or give a warning to that person or thing. If it doesn't listen, and then it's if it's been trained on certain basis that okay, attack on that thing, so it will attack automatically. So yeah, you can say that it's type of AI, but generally these things are not automatic. They are like manually controlled for the sake of safety.
हिंदुस्तानी भाऊ, त्यांच्यात तरी को शरम नहीं है क्या रे? हाँ?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Nice one.
Got it, sir. Got.
Okay. Don't worry, यार हमने भी online class किया है. Okay. So now that's what's our virtual personal assistants. We all use Google, Alexa, Siri. Okay, how this works. Okay, see, as a human, we say a wake word. What is a wake word? Like if you want to activate Google on your phone, like the Google voice assistant, what do you say? Hey Google or okay Google, right? And so that's what we call a wake word, which automatically activates that voice assistant on your device. Okay, so whenever we say that okay Google, automatically the voice assistant at Google Assistant will open your phone, and then it does the automatic speak recognition. Okay, speech recognition is something which comes under NLP, natural language processing, you can say, or natural language understanding. Okay, this is a separate topic, but we'll discuss it further. And then what are the instructions we are giving to them? It analyzes the function or the command, and then basically it performs certain tasks based on our commands or instructions. Okay, this thing we have covered: types of machine learning problems, classification, regression, clustering, association. Okay, we have this covered. We have this covered. Okay, and then now how a machine problem is framed. If you want to first of all, the main thing is the construction of your data set, because in machine learning we have various types of models, various types of algorithm: linear regression, logistical regression, SVM, k-means, whatever, so many. Okay, so but the main thing or the most important thing is you have to construct your data set in a proper way. The data pre-processing part is the main you can say part of your machine learning model. Okay, if you create a perfect data set, if you have a perfect data set, then you can easily create your model or with higher accuracy. Okay, so basically this is one of the drawback also of machine learning, because we know we cannot have a perfect data for every problem. So these are one of the problems in which we face currently in a machine learning problems, and we're trying to solve it using different techniques. Recent advancement is the GANs, if you've heard of. Okay, these type of functions basically these are used to generate the data set based on previous data set. Okay, so these are the machine learning problems. What we can say, what are the problems? Like clustering, grouping of similar data points, as I said, but we don't know what are the labels for each cluster. Okay, so that's the problem. We don't know what is the label for each data set, but we have just created a cluster. Then next one is anomaly detection. What is anomaly? Anomaly, what are the anomalies? Which are not comes in with separate case, you can say exceptions. Zaruri tho na ki we have created a machine learning model, and we have given all the shapes of apples, and based on this the machine has identified that this certain object is an apple. But there may be a you can see a disoriented apple shape. Okay, and it's a complete circle, and it's yellowish in color. So maybe the machine can identify as an orange. Okay, so this is what we call as anomaly or outlier, which different from the certain case. Okay, and then the next problem, which I've said, no data available for that particular problem. That can be a existing problem for machine learning. Okay, we haven't given any data about this situation. How can we create a machine learning model? So these are the problems which we face on machine learning, but let's not focus on the problems. Let's focus on what we have and what are we going to do with that. Okay, so these were the basic terminologies of machine learning. Okay, and what are the basics of machine learning, what you required to understand, okay, this is machine learning and this is how we're going to proceed with forward. So till now is nice. Okay, so and we have almost covered the theoretical part. Till now, if anyone's a doubt.
When we we are when we are doing it right, we are not a robot. In when we visit a website, we have to do,
Okay. Okay.
and we have to do the captcha.
Yeah.
So, and we have to select the images that's similar to like fire hydrant. I don't know what is it.
Oh.
So, so is it comes under like we are training the machine while filling the captcha, like captcha.
You are kind of. Have you like heard of crowdsource?
Yes, yes.
Crowdsourcing by Google.
Mm-hmm.
What we do in crowdsource, basically we are shown certain images and datas on that app, and then we have to select if a ball is in that shape of not, is a bottle in this image or not. So we are just, what are we doing? We are just training the model. We are just, Google is just collecting the data with the help of crowdsource app from the, like the common people. And basically just we are so these are just the things which we are going to which are, we are training as well, and we are also like, okay, the machine knows that, okay, if the certain person is selecting this image and it really doesn't have a whatever fires but जो भी shape mention किया कि इसमें है या नहीं है, then it knows that, okay, it's a human only, then it verifies and you continue on the website. So yeah, we are not training just because these images are already trained, okay. But like if you talk about crowdsource, at that time we are training, because we are telling, okay, yes, this image contains a bottle, or this, no, this image does not contain a bottle. So that time we are training, but here we are just it's the application, not training. Okay.
Okay. Okay, got that.
Okay. Anyone else?
Can you explain the last previous slide? How problem framing is done in machine learning?
Okay, this one.
Yeah, and also disadvantage of ML.
Okay. See, problem framing is basically, as a word suggests, how you're framing a problem. Like, what is the problem? We are just going to.
उससे मेरा क्या फायदा?
Okay, good. So yeah, so like framing of machine learning problems is something like we have to first decide what are we going to solve for, what is the purpose we are creating this machine learning model. For example, we are going to create a machine learning model to predict the stock prices or predict the weather or any other case. Okay, so that is what first thing is, decide the problem. Okay, I want to predict the price of this certain stock after certain days. Okay, now we have decided the problem. The next thing is construction of your data set, the first step. Now for that particular stock, we will analyze and collect all the past record of data, all the past trends of the data of that particular stock. Like, okay, this stock has gone at this price till this time, and then it has come to this price. So basically, we are just constructing a data set. Okay, so this was the second thing, construction of data set. Next is the transformation of data set. Now, mainly we try to solve something, the data set, if it's an Excel sheet or CSV file form, because it's easy to handle and it is easy to like work on. So, and basically remove the abnormalities and the certain errors, because we know that we cannot always have the perfect data set. So the next thing is transformation of the data set. Basically these both the things comes in the data pre-processing part. Okay, now we have the data can use linear regression model. Okay, so we have selected a linear model, and then based on this data set, we are training our linear regression model. And then after the training completes, we use that model to then we ask the model, okay, we'll give some input. Okay, tell me what will the price of that stock in at that particular day. Okay, so this was the cycle of machine learning problems, like how it's generated, how the data is created, how the model is selected, and how the model is trained, and then how it is used to make the predictions. Okay, this was problem framing. Then you asked for like the disadvantages of machine learning, right? So the disadvantage of machine learning is basically, I cannot say like disadvantages, or we can say the scope of improvement which we lack right now in machine learning. Okay, so the first one was, like I just said, clustering. What is clustering? It comes under unsupervised learning, and we don't have labels in that. Okay, so if we are not given any label in that data set, so like it can be a problem, like, okay, we have categorized that certain things that comes into this cluster, but we don't know if it has certain labels or not. As a human, we can know, okay, we have label, but machine doesn't know. So if it doesn't provide any label to that particular cluster, then it's not no use then make a cluster of those things. Next is anomaly detection. Anomaly basically is the outliers or the exception cases. Like I just explained, if there is an apple which is like spherical in shape and it's yellowish in color, so if we have trained the model on apple and orange, so what do you think the machine will consider that particular apple, or that particular shape? We as a human, we know that it's an apple, but machine will think, okay, it's round in shape and it's yellowish color, it will be an orange, so it will put it in an orange category. So what is this? This is an exception case, right? So basically this is an anomaly detection, because we know that we cannot create a perfect machine learning model. We can achieve 99.999 accuracy, but we can never achieve 100% accuracy. So that should be kept in mind. And like causation, the next thing is causation means basically we know that, okay, this thing is gonna happen, but why this thing is gonna happen, we don't know that. Okay, and the next is if we don't have the data for that particular, like we want to predict the price of that particular stock, but we don't have any data for that particular stock, the past records, we don't have the past records, then how can we train our model and how can we predict the price of that particular stock? So if the data is not available for that particular, whatever the problem is, then that could be a problem for us. Okay, so these were the problems of machine learning, or the scope of improvement, like which and it's improving day by day. We are applying certain algorithms and certain techniques so that we could encounter these problems. Okay,
So means like you are saying that unavailability of data is a like problem, means like the big companies like MNCs,
okay,
they need more data so that they can provide better service.
yep.
Okay, means in 20 years of like from when the internet came, we didn't get the enough data.
We have, if like I'm sure that you all have used ChatGPT.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so why do you think that ChatGPT is introduced now, not 20 years back?
Because the data was not there at 20 years back.
Exactly. So basically, if you see, like many of you certainly use that ChatGPT for writing codes, right? So ChatGPT is like which organization provides ChatGPT? Microsoft. And if you have all used GitHub, GitHub is owned by which company? Microsoft. So what do you think? Basically, we have all make repositories at GitHub. We have stored our codes at GitHub, and the GitHub, so like the Microsoft have not actually used that code only, but the chat gpt has learned all the algorithms, all the certain codes which it requires from there only, and the certain whatever the certain data which is given to this chat gpt from the past 20 years or past 10 years, from all the inputs we are given to the computer. So every day it's just collecting data day by day, day by day, day by day. Right now they have introduced chat gpt 4, I think, right? So it is also improving. Now they're like providing the images for the data, whatever the inputs were given. So see, these are the like improvements we are covering day by day. So you can say that every day data is collected and the machine is learning every day. You can, if you heard the news or not, but recently Elon Musk and certain other AI developers have signed a petition to stop the AI training work for 6 months.
Yes.
See, so
Someone was saying like in that news only, someone was saying that we, the AI, what was that? AI would have the capability to like go surpass the human, I guess, means
yeah, they
they.
are yeah, okay. Yeah, see, these are the risks also, but
Yes. Hmm.
you can see now, it's also a friend to us and a foe to us.
Hmm.
It's helped us in certain ways, but if
Same
it goes out
question
of
I
control,
have.
then it could be a problem for us. Okay, anyone else?
Yeah, Rithya has a question.
Yes, Ritya. Okay, if not, then I think this was the theory part, and I think you can all you can have this PPT, it will be shared to you. Okay, next allow comes to the practical implication part for machine learning. Okay, so all of you have joined with the laptop. Okay, so okay, so for machine learning, the most important types library we are going to use is NumPy. Okay, and for the machine learning models, we can use the sklearn, okay, scikit-learn library. But for now, just for the basics, just to how you can analyze the data, how you can work on data, we're going to use NumPy. And for NumPy, we are if you join the WhatsApp group.
Since I can see there are participants who are not the part of WhatsApp group and they have just joined this session, they have not even registered for this session. So I want to share an information with you all guys that this is a series of 6 sessions in which we will be also helping you to develop a project. Along with that, after the completion of the series, we will be asking you to submit a small project, or maybe if we will be also taking an interview, whomsoever will be able to qualify that, we will be giving you a certificate of appreciation. uh, Criteria includes that you should be registered for at least 5 of these events, and your attendance should be more than that of 90%. So these are few basic criteria for getting the certificate. For this attendance part, we will be having relaxation, but for the interview, you should score more than that of 60%. As of now, I just want to know, just please rate this session on a scale of 1 to 5 till now. As Sushant has already covered a lot, I just want to know your feedback, guys. Rate this session on a scale of 1 to 5. Ujjwal is giving a rating of 5. Rohit and Nritya, I also want to get ratings from you guys. So yeah, 5 plus. Okay, Rohit 5. Ujjwal giving 4.
Harshad bhaiya, I just wanted
Yeah.
to ask a question. How complicated would be the interview? Like any like level is something on
Interview
that.
will, during the interview, we will be not asking any question which will not be covered during this entire series. It will be majorly focusing on the basic syntax of Python. And this,
Mhm.
again, we will be trying to ask you whatsoever we have covered in this series. For example, we may ask what are the different type of machine learning techniques and give us the example of each technique. So
Like it would
you
be
can,
a Viva, right?
yeah,
Kind of
easy.
a Viva.
Kind of easy. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Over to you, Sushant. And you are really doing a great job. Audience is really happy with you, the technique you are teaching. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you. And then so everyone have joined with the laptop? Because now we're gonna work on the theoretical. Was I know it was a little boring, but you should have a brief about how actually it should work. What is machine learning actually? So you should have a knowledge
Sushant,
of that.
I have a request.
Yeah.
Before you dive into the coding part,
No. I will
please.
first create. I will create a certain environment or setup for how they can
Yeah,
actually work.
You should tell them how to install the
Yeah.
libraries.
Okay.
now.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so I will gonna use Google Colab for this. Okay, because Google Colab is basically an online platform on which you can code and which you can run the Python programs, and we can create the machine learning algorithms. Okay, so yeah,
So
virtual
can you please
Colab is
share
best
your
for ML.
screen? I
Yeah,
think
yeah. I'm sharing. I'm sharing. Okay, so everyone, please join with a laptop so I will just give you an intro of Colab. Okay, because I think we don't have much time left for this for today. So just for the basics, like how Colab actually works, how you can write on code on Colab, and some brief of Python. Then tomorrow we can cover the actual data analyzing part and the creation of a basic linear regression model. Okay, so okay, everyone is ready for start. Okay, just go on Google and just write Colab. Okay. And just click on the first link, Colab. Okay, like these are my recent models, so don't give a look. You will you will come on this page after clicking on the first link. Colab is like really a good platform for machine learning algorithms. If you have Jupyter, then Jupyter is also a good one. Like I personally use Jupyter, but for the sake of everyone's comfortability, I've gonna work on Colab. Okay, so everyone is with me right now till now.
Yes.
Okay, everyone have reached the Colab platform, like this page.
Yes.
okay. So I just want to share a few things about Google Colab. So those who are not aware of what exactly Google Colab is, so Google Colab is a research platform by Google which supports Python and some other languages for working. Here you can store your files on the drive and can easily access it. If you have ever worked on Jupyter Notebook, so this is a kind of version which is provided by Google officially, which can be accessible online. When you're using Google Colab, you don't have to be much dependent on your system specification. Whatsoever you are doing on Google Colab, you can also increase this the configuration of your particular machine on Google Colab, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, it's like you don't have to stress much upon your machine. Now, another thing, sorry to interrupt you, Sushant. I just wanted to ask these guys to fill the feedback form. After this session, you will be receiving a feedback form for Discover Day 1 ML Study Jam. So please make sure to fill that particular form. Yeah, thank you. Please continue, Sushant.
Okay, so now just go to File and click on New Notebook. It will load and create the new notebook. Okay. See, it will look like this. Let's just give me a name for this. ML Study Jam. Okay. So this is how, if you create the new notebook link, it will look like this. And here are these are the called shells in which you will write the code. And
can you please once again?
Yeah, you come to this page. Have you come to this page?
Yes.
Just click on File and then click on New Notebook. It will take some time, and then this will be created. So I think all of you are comfortable in Python.
Sushant, can you please repeat it again?
What this again? Okay. First of all, just go on Google and just search Colab, COLAB. Click on the first link. This page will come. Okay. And then in the top right corner, there's a file option here. Just click on File and then there's the option new notebook. Click on new notebook, and then this page will come, where we'll write the codes. Okay. Okay. Now you can see that basically it's a simple, like whatever language you start, the first thing you write is hello world code. Let's see if it works or not. Okay. Just write the code and just click on this run button, and it will give you the output. It can be a little slow sometimes based on your internet connections. ज़्यादा slow हो रहा है. Okay. See, okay. It has given the output hello world. बहुत जल्दी दे दिया. ठीक है. So okay, it works. It means. ठीक है. Now Python works. Now we are going to study about what? NumPy. What is NumPy? Anyone want to say, like, if you have any knowledge of what is NumPy?
NumPy is the library of Python, I think.
Yeah, it's a library of Python. Yeah. Just okay. Simply, is it visible or should I zoom it a bit? I think. Let me zoom it. So NumPy is basically numerical Python. Okay. What are the whatever the arrays are, which are going to tackle in Python? For that we use NumPy. In simple words. Okay. Or basically all the mathematical functions such as linear operations, transformations and generations and scientific computing or data analysis. For all those purposes, we will going to use NumPy. Okay. So as you said, NumPy is a library. Okay. What is a library? Library in Python is basically, you can say, a set of certain functions in which have been stored at that particular library. And to use that particular function, we have to first import that library. So for importing Python, we will just write import NumPy. Okay, basically run. So it will just okay, it has been executed. So NumPy has been executed, or have been imported in our file. Okay, so this was what NumPy was, and if we see if we have successfully imported or not, just click on print the version of NumPy. For the sake of simplicity, or like I don't want to write NumPy every time, so I will write as import NumPy as NP, and then I will run. Then instead of NumPy, I can just write NP everywhere in the code. Okay, just saves a lot of time. So if we see print the version of NumPy, let's see if it prints or not. Okay, so yeah, it has been imported, and this is the version installed. Okay, if we have imported NumPy, so just like create a simple array first. What is the array?
In Python, it refers to a list.
Okay, in general, what do you mean by an array?
Array is a set of collection of similar types of data collection, which stores in contiguous memory allocation.
Okay, great. Excellent. Okay. So like, okay, let's create a array here using NumPy. Just write array, and as I have imported NumPy as NP, I will just write NP dot array. And then like just someone said that array is basically list in Python. Okay, so how you define a list? L is equal to like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is a list, right? So if we want to like create an array, I will just write array ARR is equal to, like I have created a variable name for array ARR. I'll just write np.array and then provide whatever the input I want to create in that array, 1, 4, 5. See? Okay, now if I execute this, and if in the next line, if I print ARR, print that this following array. Okay, so this is how like the NumPy works. Basically, this is how the basic of just how you're gonna use NumPy or how you're gonna use array. Okay, and if we want to see the type, or what is the type of this, we can just write print type of ARR. Let's see what is the type of this. So it's a numpy.nd array. Okay, okay, it's an array. Now this was like the basics of Colab, or how you're going to import NumPy, what is NumPy, what are the basic things we are going to use, like, and now what are the various functions we are going to perform using NumPy. We will cover in the next lecture, like tomorrow. But like this was like how you're going to code. This is just a basic, like how you can just get a simple array of like 5 elements, and how you can print those elements and what you can see the type of that array. Like this was just a brief, like a small intro about how Colab is going to work, or how NumPy, or how basically is NumPy is, and how you can use this on machine learning. And then what are the various function, and how we are going to use this in creating a machine learning model. How we are going to import a data set if we have an Excel sheet of like certain values or certain data. How you're going to import in this Colab file, and how you can train our model on those data. We will cover in the next session. Till then, if anyone has doubt or if want to say something, you can.
I want to ask that what is the difference between a normal array and a NumPy array that the database had that word?
See, if like if you in Python generally we use list, we don't use array. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in generally, because of various function and various like requirements, क्या कहते हैं, but like the normal arrays which are present in Python, they're not as powerful as NumPy arrays. Okay, and also like Python's basically in Python, if we ever want to use array, we use NumPy only, because there are certain functions or certain like you can say certain function which we are going to perform on array. These are not general available with Python. So for that we can use NumPy, and then with NumPy we can perform certain functions which are like useful for us in creating whatever models we are going to use in future. So we generally use, for using, if we want to use array in Python, we generally import is using NumPy.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Basically, they are supported for a limited set of operations and data type, the normal Python arrays. That's why I use NumPy, because NumPy is more advanced and performs many kinds of more functions. And one more thing, one more thing is this, like Python arrays only support one-dimensional arrays. Okay, you cannot create a like multi-dimensional arrays in Python arrays, but using NumPy you can.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question. Thank you, Jal sir. Get it by.
Okay. So yeah, that was all for today. Hope you've
I would like to know, like in next session, are you going to cover few basics of data preprocessing?
Of course.
Thank you very
Data
much.
preprocessing.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it for today.
Where we get the attendance link, or in we will get in feedback form?
Just fill the feedback form and then you can receive the attendance file then. Okay, so thank you for joining, everyone. Good night.